What's up, everybody? It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, we're going to begin to talk about my view of dark pools, dark pool abuse. Is it real? If so, how did they do it, and so forth. All right, we're going to cover all that, probably not in one video, because first I want to take a look at Al from Boston's complaint that he has filed. All right, in Section P, it states, defendant's dark pool neglects national market systems supply and demand model. Now, when I first read that, I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's exactly what you want to attack. But it was lacking in exactly how it should have been worded. If it was me, and it's very important, that I would have added defendant's use of dark pools, plural, negates national market systems supply and demand model. Now, if you're going to attack Citadel, Virtue, Susquehanna, Citigroup's use of dark pools, you have to understand a couple of things. Number one, what's the purpose of the dark pool? Number two, is it actual violations if if they are sending 50% or 60% of AMC volume to their dark pools instead of the lit exchanges? All right. The answer's no. It's not a violation. I'm going to establish that argument in just a little bit. But first, I want to show you something in Al's lawsuit. And I'm saying this with love, people, okay, for Jordan and for Al and for Ethan and for everybody that stands up against these sons of bitches. I'm saying what I'm saying in love. You need to not try to sound smarter than you are, simply put, all right? Because I'm going to show you something that's really, really bad that if it was me sitting on the bench, I would throw this out. All right, and it says in 371, the defendant's utilization of dark pools in the trading of AMC's common stock, whatever the fuck, right there, I stopped, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I've never seen that word before. You would only know that word if you played Scrabble. Okay, so I wanted to go look that word up, and I said, well, let me Google it and see what it means. And that word, which is pronounced
ostensibly,
means apparently or purportedly, but perhaps not actually. All right? So when they use that word in that opening sentence, what did they just say? They just said that it's apparently, purportedly, perhaps not actual abuses going on in the dark pool. They're saying we don't have a clue. We're not sure. So how are you going to build an argument that they are neglecting the national market system supply and demand model if you're not sure if there's even a violation yet? So right there, your first sentence, threw this shit out. And I'm sorry, you're right. That's exactly what you're supposed to attack. The defendant's dark pool The defendant's use of dark pool negates national market system supply and demand model. You do not attack the use of the dark pools head on. I'm going to explain the direction I'm taking in the dark pool abuse allegations, okay? First off, purpose of the dark pool. The purpose of the dark pool, those institutions are trading in the dark pool large volumes of a stock, all right, that they want to either buy or sell, and they use the dark pool instead of the lit exchanges to fulfill those orders for a couple of reasons. Number one reason is they don't want to move the price, all right? You've put in an order for AMC at $6.90. All right, and the broker fills that order. They take that order. It's a payment for order flow. It goes to Citadel, and Citadel has to fill that order as best it can at $6.90. Well, if they've got 6 million shares that they need to transact, instead of using the lit exchange, they'll use the dark pool exchange so the price don't move. So that when they're buying them 6 million shares, 10 million shares, 50 million shares, they don't want to move the price. Why? What's their argument? Because it protects you and me. That when we put in an order for 6.9, that order goes through, say, Robinhood, and from Robinhood, it's a payment for order flow, and it goes to Citadel, and Citadel's got 6 million orders for AMC at $6.90. Now, if they start filling those orders on the lit exchange, it's going to move the price up. So it's going to take longer to fulfill your orders. See, that's their argument. Listen to me again. They will, and you'll understand the way you got to attack it. They will buy, you will buy, we will buy from a place that uses payment for order flow, and they bundle up that order and they send it to Citadel. And Citadel looks at it and goes, oh, we got 6 million orders here for AMC at $6.90. And if we execute it on the lit exchange, it won't be $6.90 no more. It'll be $6.94. And the customer, you and me, we will not get the best executed price. So what do? They take the order and they send it to the dark pool and they fulfill that order for $6.90. And you can only come to one conclusion if you understand their argument, people, is that it's not attacking dark pool abuse, all right? It's payment for order flow, all right? It's not the use of dark pools stop the market system supply and demand model, because we know that it does that. It's its purpose to do that. That is so institutions can trade large blocks of stock, all right, without causing disruption in the market. So then, how do you overcome this? Very simple. You attack payment for order flow. And the fact that payment for order flow is the reason that the national market's supply and demand model is out of whack right now. All right? It's not, it is out of whack. This is not the actual price. We've said that a million times. And it's not the actual price because they trade in the dark pools, but they trade in the dark pools large volume of blocks that they get from the payment for order flow people. All right? And they use the excuse that we're doing it. It's the best thing for the retail investor, and it's a sound argument unless you throw in the fact that, well, if payment for order flow was banned, then they would have to use the lit exchange for our orders. So, let me just make a couple people mad, but if you don't like the fact of dark pool abuse and your payment for order flows going to the dark pool, quit using payment for order flow brokers, people. Simple as that. But we're going to get around. I'm going to get to the argument. I'll flesh it out for us. I'm going to show you how to attack this dark pool shit, all right, and how to put a stop to the payment for order flow, which I didn't get a chance to watch New York Angelo's new video about that. I need to go check that out after this. So that's where I'm heading. So just understand. Don't use words you don't understand completely what the meaning is, because you devastated your argument when you said it's probable, might have happened, could have happened, but not necessarily have happened. See? So with that, I'm working on it round the clock. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.